Welcome to a brand new Five Heart Podcast live. And to borrow the name of a early to mid 90s popular live sketch show, in living color.
We are in living color. You look dark.
Sorry.
Do you have your light on?
Yeah.
Or is my light too bright?
Yep. But you shine brightly, so it's fine. Okay. Anyway, it's the Five Heart Podcast on Coordination's YouTube, Facebook, and X platforms. This is Greg.
See how coordinated we are.
I am Greg Mahachko. This, of course, is Minnie Hunt. Minnie, how are you doing tonight?
Believe it or not, I'm doing really, really good.
Well, that is really, really good.
I'm doing swell. Despite the shocking news that we heard yesterday morning.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and rip that particular Band-Aid off.
Yes, I've mourned the loss of a Raiola already.
Now, for those of you who have been living under a rock for the better part of the last 36 hours, maybe you don't know, Dayton Raiola decommitted from the Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Yeah.
Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that he's not going to be a Cornhusker. We're going to talk about it. There are all kinds of things.
What are you saying?
Just because he decommitted doesn't mean he can't recommit and still sign in a couple weeks. It's unlikely. But if you're holding out,
are you just coming up with this scenario right now?
No, I've seen it happen.
Okay. All right. Okay.
In the interest of holding out hope for you, the Raiola family's #1 fan and the biggest Dalmatian coffee /tea mug owner in the world.
It's a Nittany lion. We're slaying the lions this week, so
does that mean that when you're done drinking, you're going to slam the mug down the floor?
Yep. I thought it was an appropriate mug for tonight.
Interesting. If you want to hold out to any optimism, you could say decommitment just means he's keeping his options open. But realistically, Vince Watson says he gone.
He gone.
The question is,
he gone.
Is he the only Raiola gone? And we don't know.
Oh, don't you guys even go there. Don't do it.
The comment from Roger Moore says, is the Raiola going away party being held at the Devaney Center? To which Fred says, no, it's at Chuck E. Cheese.
That's funny. Nice.
So, that's the big speculation, right? But I don't want Husker fans to be upset by this. I think it was in Dayton's best interest to go elsewhere. Assuming, don't yell at me, assuming that Dylan heals and plays next year for Nebraska, you still have TJ Lateef, and then in 2027 you still have Trey Taylor. There's just not a big opportunity for quarterbacks in the near future in Nebraska outside of those names I just mentioned. So I think, and I know you highlighted the comment. If you want to read Mr. Matney's comment.
Sure will. He says, and for now, YouTube has changed his name.
Yes. It looks like it's going by your, URL names possibly instead of your customized.
So it's at David Matney, which I know if you want it to be changed back, you can do that through your Google account. It says, I would bet Matt Rule was classy enough to break the news to him in person. I just don't think he was a fit. Okay, let's break down this comment.
even if it just says David Matney, we're still contractually obligated to say living in Omaha, David Matney, the official realtor of the Five Heart podcast.
Is there a contract I don't know about?
Yes. And he's still living in Omaha. Fred
Well,
says, go ahead, Minnie. I'm sorry.
Well, I just wanted to talk about that comment real quick.
Okay.
So on Saturday, I saw somebody comment and say, "Oh, I was able to get a picture with myself and Matt Rule at the game last night. He came to Beaufort, Georgia to watch the game, and he was kind enough to take a picture with me." And I said, "Oh, okay. That's odd that he made a trip to Beaufort, Georgia, because, he has only this much time where he can fit in time for recruits.
Mhm.
Okay, maybe he's just stroking it a little bit. I don't know." But then when the news broke yesterday morning, it was like an aha moment. And I did realize that that's what this was all about. That trip to Georgia was to talk to him in person and, talk about the fit going forward, what that would look like, if it would be in his best interest to, like he does with so many of our players that we love, to go somewhere else and be able to start. Playtime is the most important thing. And I don't think he would get that so much at Nebraska.
Right. Now, here's what you're going to love.
What's that?
Fred says Dylan changed his logo to his own logo and is following a bunch of Oregon players. And Fred's not the only one who noticed that. Knights Templar says there's a rumor Dylan changed his Instagram photos, now following Oregon Duck players as well as his brother. So,
well, here's the thing about Oregon. They have a ton of offensive linemen that are Polynesian. I'm just saying that we have tried to get before. So, of course, that would make sense. If he's planning on coming back stronger and better than ever, that he's going to start following some good offensive linemen.
okay.
They do. They have a huge connection there to Oregon.
Oh, no, I'm not. I got distracted by a super chat.
Okay.
From our friend the other day.
Hi.
499 says, hello, farewell. I hate to say goodbye. Go Big Red or GBR. Yes, we're watching The Sound of Music on a school night, 1917 Nebraska. Is his pick. Write that down.
I love that.
I only say write that down because what happened last time, Minnie?
You aren't supposed to tell my secrets.
Oh, sorry. Yes, it's so long. I don't know if I've been secretive about this. I don't think so. But there were a couple movies that when I was sick as a kid, like we only had so many movies, taped off of the TV on VHS. Mary Poppins was one, Sound of Music was the other. So I can actually say it's not hello farewell. Sorry, the other Dave. I got to call you out. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, and then goodbye or adieu. Other ways to say goodbye in different languages. But
okay, well here's the real. Sorry, Greg. I love The Sound of Music too, but I just have football on my brain right now. It's hard to mix the two, but somehow the other Dave did it. Here's what I was looking at. David Matney also said Oregon may be a better fit for Dylan. And in all reality, if we're talking about if Dylan is going to leave, yeah, Oregon would be a better fit. They're not necessarily, they don't have a quarterback for next season. So, yeah.
And
I would not blame Dylan one bit if he left. But
Nebraska plays in Eugene next year.
Oh, don't say that.
Okay, that doesn't change it for me. Nebraska plays in Eugene, Oregon next year.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, after Dylan got sacked, what was it, 150 times in one game? I texted one of my friends and I said, I wouldn't blame Dylan if he left after this season. He's given us 2 years of his college football career, and we can't protect him worth a darn. But what does that say about Nebraska?
That we have not been able to develop offensive linemen?
No. That we're just not able to get players. But apparently, that theory is not correct because Matt Rule did say just this week, we have all the money to get whatever player we want, and we're going to attack the transfer portal.
Well, good. Fred says, I've run this into the ground, but I would trade all 3 Raiolas for an offensive line coach who can Ecklerize our line and run a successful offense.
How do you even know that Donovan Raiola cannot Ecklerize it? Do you have any idea how long it takes to develop offensive linemen?
This is his 4th year.
Yeah. Well,
so by now you should have some development.
Technically, it's his 3rd year. Under Scott Frost, that's when he was hired, right?
He was the offensive line coach for Scott Frost last year.
But last year, okay. And Scott Frost left his cupboards bare. He had I made a graph and everything to show everyone how many offensive linemen. I think it was like 6 we had total. And so he didn't have very much to work with, as well as they didn't go after offensive linemen in the recruiting hemisphere. When it came to Matt Rule actually being the head coach, he had to have a talk with him and say, look, we need to get some guys. I want them young. We didn't have the ability to just go and get 5-star offensive linemen then. I want them young and I'll develop them.
But in year 4.
3 technically. After Matt Rule started is when you can start the clock.
That's not how that works.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
That's not how it works.
You guys, that is how it works.
That's not how it works for players.
He didn't.
They didn't say, "Oh, we got a new head coach, so our eligibility resets." No, like Donovan Raiola has been the offensive line coach at Nebraska. This is his 4th year.
Technically, you're correct, Greg. But when we're talking about recruiting, he's only been able to recruit for 3 years.
I'd have to check his actual hire date.
I told it to you guys. I have to get the notes, really. It was like December of 2022.
Okay.
Something like that.
That's a whole offseason then.
You don't understand. They didn't allow him to have any, to go after any recruits. They had none. They had 0 freshmen going into 2023.
I think it's just very telling when our top offensive lineman is a transfer portal guy. Like, what have we been doing for the last 3 years?
Because we can't get 4-star offensive linemen. We can't compete with the Georgias and the Ohio States.
This is why I said last week, and I was lambasted on this very show. Pipeline Jerky. Go buy it. Support the nil directive.
Is that still part of NIL?
I'm going to Greggle it right now.
I don't think so, Greg. And not only that. So this week, Troy Dannen went on the Husker radio station and he was talking about how they've been able to utilize the things about Memorial Stadium. And he said, we're only really getting about 50% of the revenue that we should be getting because the stadium needs to be updated. And he said the potential there is very big, as well as going forward, he sees it being more proactive with teaming up players with NIL directly. Like like Dylan was teamed up with Adidas directly, as
I'm going
well
to
as
share
the
this.
revenue sharing.
So Pipeline Jerky is temporarily in a way where I don't know if anybody else can read this. We're calling a timeout to prepare for the stronger second half. From day one, Pipeline Jerky's been about one thing, connecting loyal fans like you directly with the players. Your support has been incredible, and because of that, we're taking a strategic pause to make our mission even bigger and better. The NIL landscape is changing fast, and we're adapting our playbook to build a more sustainable and impactful future for Pipeline Jerky and the athletes we support. We are temporarily pausing new orders, but this is far from the end zone. We'll be back this season. Want to be on the inside track for our relaunch? Join our exclusive email list for updates, sneak peeks, and a special offer when we go live again. So,
Sounds like what I just said.
sure. You want to get technical about it?
Sorry. They're gearing up. They are gearing up to attack NIL in a big way.
That's what I said.
Yeah. Good job, Greg.
As we're talking about quarterbacks, Knights Templar says Jet Tomali is a 5-star quarterback from Millard South that's sitting in our own backyard. Why is he heading to Alabama, not Nebraska?
We don't need any more quarterbacks. That's why. We just don't. We have 2 great quarterbacks right now on our roster. We have another one coming up very soon in Trey Taylor. You can't have guys like that sitting on the bench.
What if? Why is it going to give me so much trouble?
Don't say it then.
Okay. I've got to. What if Dylan also leaves?
Okay.
Then we've got.
Then we need to attack the portal.
Then we've got Marco Davila.
Yeah, well, we would have to attack the portal and get a quarterback out of the portal that could, would be okay at possibly being the second guy up. That's what every single team is doing. They have one guy and one that's okay with being the backup. That's not so good. We're lucky that we have Dylan and we have TJ right now.
Right. Let's see. Fred's buying all the NIL beer he can. Now take Dayton and Dylan's money and buy some damn linemen on both sides of the ball.
There you go.
Mr. Matney, living in Omaha, David Matney, the official realtor of the 5 Heart Podcast, says, was our offense all Dylan focused when maybe it should have been Emmett Johnson focused?
Come on. What the heck is that? What kind of question is that, David Matney? Next. I just throw that question out.
Because you know the answer.
No.
It's true.
Okay.
Tony in Minnesota says, fun fact, Nebraska's 10-8 all-time versus Penn State.
True.
Something like 4-1 since we joined the Big Ten, I believe. I feel
like
I heard that on Monday night.
Yeah. This is our 19th all-time meeting.
Well, that 10 plus 8 equals 18, so.
Well, this will be 19.
Right, but we haven't played the game yet, so we're 10-8 all time.
Yeah. So we need to get this one.
Right. We don't want to be 50%ers with Penn State.
No. Mm-mm.
Let's see, doing a quick. Melissa says that Marco is leaving. I didn't know that.
Okay. Well, I mean, he hasn't been that great of a backup.
Well, he hasn't.
However,
Did
you hear that Dana Holgerson said that they're tackling quarterbacks in practice now?
I did not. When would I have time to hear that?
You drive all over the place. You can listen to this stuff just like everybody else.
I've been listening to other material.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you're either in or you're out. You're either OOU or you're not.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm OOU.
Okay. Then start listening to this stuff. We have 2 games left. 2. No, actually 3. Excuse me. 3.
Maybe 4. Maybe we end up 9-3 and in the playoffs. I don't know. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Let's see. Living in Omaha, David Matney, the official realtor of the 5 Heart Podcast, says, is Dylan okay with being the backup next season?
Oh my gosh. That's hilarious.
He won't.
That's hilarious.
He'll either be starting or
you can't even ask a question like that until you see this next game. Okay? Because this next game will be more of a test. The reason that Vegas has us as underdogs for this game against a 4-6 team is because Penn State has proven in the last 2 games to be consistent with their attack. And we have only been consistent with 1 game. Could it just be that UCLA just wasn't very good defensive wise?
No,
we should have been up. We should have kept our, what was it? We scored 3 touchdowns or 2 in the first half? I forget. 3. How did we let that lead go?
We don't always football that well.
Yeah, let's see what happens this weekend.
When we football better.
Yep.
My technical terms are really coming out now. You know what? I'm going to do something right now I haven't done in a long time here on the 5 Heart Podcast. It's one of those days. In a good way.
What are you doing?
I'm drinking a beer.
Oh, is it a Yingling?
It's not. I'm out of Yingling. This is a Fallen Flag Hazy India Pale Ale from, it's double dry hopped. It is from Narrow Gauge Brewing Company.
Oh, that's a pretty bottle or can.
Thank you.
Pitt Snipe says, cheers, Greg.
Well, thank you, Pitt.
Cheers.
Brewed in Florissant, Missouri. North St. Louis.
Yeah.
That's good. Does it say the IBUs on the side?
What are IBUs?
International Bitter Units. 7% alcohol by volume.
Well, if you hadn't had any alcohol in a while, you'll probably just feel it quickly. Melissa wants to know, okay, Minnie, what excuse are you going to have if Lateef wins? I'm not going to have an excuse. Hey, he's a Nebraska quarterback. Do you think I don't back him? I do. I'm just being, guys, I'm the one being realistic here. After all the crap I've gotten this entire season, all of you guys are like, hey, Dylan's leaving. Great. Now we have TJ after 1 game. How dare you forsake Dylan Raiola after everything he's given us?
He was very good for the brand.
Thank you.
He's
gotten a lot of players here too.
Right. He good peer recruiter. He helped us get to back-to-back bowl game seasons.
Yes. Yes. You cannot besmirch him for all of these things.
we can besmirch him for other things.
You know what? Don't go there. Not tonight.
Not tonight. Tonight's for celebrating.
Yeah.
1 Raiola down. 2 more to go. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
That was not nice.
Just kidding. Christopher Shantz says Penn State defense is a different animal than UCLA. Right. Well, yeah, UCLA is the Bruins, and Penn State is the Nittany Lions. They're 2 completely different. They have 4 legs and paws and roam around the forest. Christopher,
I know.
They're different animals.
He's right. On so many, yeah, he's right. The thing is Penn State has players. UCLA had a player.
I see.
We're going against an offense, a defense, and a special teams. And guess what? Their number one goal,
Shut down Emmett Johnson.
yeah, but beat Nebraska. And that is, they know Emmett Johnson is our biggest weapon. They will definitely try and shut him down with everything they have.
Was that, out of curiosity, was that not UCLA's goal to beat Nebraska?
I think UCLA wanted to showcase Nico because Nico has legs. And yeah.
I got legs.
Hey, guess what happened to Nico after our game? He got a concussion.
Got hurt and couldn't play last week.
He got a concussion. That's how many times he got hit.
Right. I don't think he got hit that many times. He was sacked 3 times, and we ran by him a lot, or he was evasive enough to make some of our defenders look bad at times.
Mm-hmm.
But, this is about a 5-minute old comment, but I have to read it because it was awarded 33.3 pit points. Kaylee says, we can build replacements into the system. Next man up. The goal shouldn't be to have 1 good guy and 1 okay guy, but 4 and 5 stars at every position and on the bench. The best reload, not rebuild.
Yeah, even Ohio State can't do that at quarterback, Kaylee.
Who's their backup quarterback?
Lincoln Kienholz.
And what was his
last year, I think.
Recruitment rate?
He's like a Jalen Gramstead.
Now you're going to speak out against Granddaddy?
I'm just saying, Granddaddy is our number 2 right now. Do you know that?
Huh?
Granddaddy is our number 2 right now.
Fine. That's fine.
Okay. We'll probably see him on Saturday.
Whoa! You mean when we're up by 60 points?
That's what I'm saying, yes.
Wow, your tone did not exude as much optimism and confidence as mine. Nebraska T-Bones says, I wonder if coaches were trying too hard to showcase Dylan for the NFL instead of just playing football. I definitely don't know if there's an answer to that one, Nebraska T-Bones. I do not know if that's what they were doing at all. I can't speak to that one way or the other. Minnie, do you have a take on that statement?
Here's how I see it, Nebraska T-Bones. Dylan is great in the pocket. He's great. And that's what he's best at. So you make play calls for the players that you have. It's not about showcasing him for the NFL. It's about everybody. Just it's what you have to work with. Shut up, Fred. You are on a roll.
I'm behind on my comments, so I apologize. Vince Watson wants to know, what if his broken leg heals crooked? Will he slide like a boomerang? He'll slide up to the 9, to 1 yard shy of the marker, and then he'll bounce back. That's how that's going to work.
Mm-hmm.
Husker Chuck says the last few games we have been less consistent with allowing sacks. Better play calling.
What, since Minnesota? Okay.
Yeah, Minnesota was a high mark for them and a low point for us.
What do we have?
Honestly, the worst loss.
We had USC after that. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's where Dylan got killed. We had that game after that, right?
Yeah, but I mean, if he didn't hold on to the ball so long.
You guys, come on. You cannot blame that on I.
I mean, we do.
Okay, here's where your $5 goes. Seriously, that's ridiculous. I'm not going to not be a Husker fan. It is stressful. It is one of the most stressful things I've ever dealt with in my entire life. I sometimes I think it is like maybe it's karma. Maybe I did something wrong when I was a young child. It's payback. I have no idea.
So you and I are different from, I would say, the majority of the Holger Maniacs, which, by the way, I haven't heard this in a while, so I feel obligated. So, we chose to be Nebraska fans. I would say that 95+% of the people, our friends, our community here, they were born into it, but we chose it, so that's on us.
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere. I've sat through worse than this. And
I thought I sat through the worst at the end of Mickey Joseph's reign. I thought it could not get worse than this.
Games.
Hey, you know what he did? The team got behind him, and we beat freaking Iowa. Remember that?
Yeah. So that's not the worst of it.
Oh, I can't like this.
But
I'm a real player.
I'm not going anywhere. As long as there's breath in my body and a heart that works, I'm going to be pumping Nebraska red throughout my veins.
There's nothing more beautiful than the red end.
But you were a Dylan fan before Nebraska.
No, I was not.
I feel like your allegiance is to him.
That's so not
true.
Not
to Nebraska.
Okay, let's be real. I have a timeline. Okay, I started following Dylan Raiola when he first appeared at Scott Frost's Friday Night Lights, and Scott Frost wouldn't let him leave without an offer. And I thought, who is this guy? And I just remember seeing him. I think it was a newspaper I was reading, which I don't know how I got a newspaper here in Arizona, but just seeing him like throwing. And then just a couple months later, so that's July, in I think it was September, the end of September, I saw him in the Omaha airport after a game, and he was on the phone, and I'm like, oh my gosh, he was only a kid, like, I don't know, what, 15, 16 years old? He was gigantic. He was one of the biggest big kids I've ever seen. So yeah, I was all excited about him possibly coming at that time. And then when I found out he was in Arizona, he went from Texas to Arizona, I was like, okay, I need to know more about this kid.
And then you started the stalking.
Yes. That's when it got serious.
Let's see. I'm going to do a quick scan. Make sure. Christopher Shan says Dylan will come back with bionic legs. They can rebuild him, make him stronger, faster.
I like that.
GDSPE. See, this is I'm thrown off by the non-regular names from our YouTube.
Gregory.
That's what I thought. Everyone's here for the 5 Heart Theater. They are in for a treat. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. No, Minnie poker face. No more. No more grinning about it.
Okay, I haven't even read it.
That's right. That's how I usually, read yours is on the fly. Fred says USC, the game where Dylan got killed for holding the ball too long behind the line that his uncle theoretically built. Husker Chuck says, I have broken bits of chair that says Minnie will stay a Husker fan. It's in her blood now.
It's in my blood. Amen to that. I've bled too much for this team. And when I go need a transfusion, guess what they give me in return? Husker blood, right here, in this arm. That's my blood type.
I'd be very cautious about that because Husker blood's not a real thing. Type H, I'd be very cautious about type H blood.
It's okay.
Tony says maroon is your true color. That's not true, Tony. And by the way, Pitt loves that coffee cup and wants one. Where can someone find a coffee cup just like that?
My girlfriend gave it to me.
So you don't know?
I have no idea.
All right. Well, Pitt, sorry, I tried to help. I had that comment started from the beginning. So, let's take a quick look.
Are you reading things?
Melissa has the same helmet as you do.
Oh, Melissa, we're twins. I knew we were best friends for a reason.
Melissa also says you're cursed. Last year is the long snapper, and this year it's still.
So it's my fault.
Yep.
It's I'm the problem. Okay, Melissa. Couldn't be any of you being negative. You know what negativity does? It breeds negativity. And I've been telling you guys all year long, we need to have positive vibes. Help our team. Positive.
Breathe in positivity and breathe out pessimism.
Yes. Yeah.
So
it's true. And whenever you think of the Huskers, it should be positive.
Husker Chuck wants to know if you've grabbed your lanyard yet.
No, I will.
I don't know what lanyard you're talking about.
Yes, you do.
I do. Of course I do. I'm playing the game. What's that from, Minnie?
Stop it. There's no need for me to talk about it right now.
Okay. Fred wants to know how one requests Husker blood, and also why are you getting blood?
Because I lose so much here on the battlefield every week with you guys. Jeez.
That's right. Death by 1,000 cuts. Vince wants to know if that's a Walgreens clearance cup. No, not a for Fred, not a for. All right, I want to put. Well, let's. David Matney said earlier that Matt Rule is a class act and a great leader.
Yeah. Yes. Who said that?
Mr. Matney.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That feels good.
And this next comment I'm going to use, you all don't have to follow, but I'm going to use to close the book on the Dylan talk tonight.
Okay.
Husker Chuck says, Dylan has been awesome to Nebraska. He is not being driven out. If he leaves, it is his choice, not our preference. So I think that's about as kind of a way as we can, say, hey, that nobody's running him out of town. Nebraska fans would love to have him, mostly, by and large, I would say. If he goes, it's of his own volition. Let's move on.
Okay.
Right?
No more talk? No more talk?
Of that.
Truce?
Sure.
Okay. Okay.
Now let's yell at Tony, our Minnesota fan.
Okay. That sounds fun.
Not even yelling. He says, Emmett Johnson's going pro after this season, yes or no? I have my answer, Minnie. Do you have an answer?
Yeah, I kind of don't want to answer just yet.
Okay.
I want to hear your answer first.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
And there are only so many miles on running back legs, and I don't think Nebraska's in a position to pay him what he could make as a drafted rookie in the NFL. So let him go get paid.
Okay.
And as we've talked about in the past, he's done that all. Like, I don't think they've tailor-made the offense for him. I think, in fact, at times they've made it more difficult for him. We have an offensive line that can't really run block. He's done all the work himself. Let him go enjoy the fruits of his efforts. Let him go to the next level and cause chaos.
Mm-hmm. I do like that point, Greg. He has made it all happen mainly him by himself. The blocking for him has sucked, and he would probably be better off going pro. But I don't know I don't know what kind of rating he's going to get. That's the only thing that worries me, because he's only had 1 year of really showcasing what he's able to do. He seems to be getting stronger and stronger every single game. I would feel better about saying yes if he had 2 years of consistency.
Yeah, we really saw the change when Dana became offensive coordinator last year, and just the running back by committee started to dissipate, and Emmett emerged as the true number one. And like I said, thank God that they've not done that, that they've just had a workhorse, a tried and true workhorse, because that's what you see at the next level. You don't see 2-3 running backs sharing the load. It's one guy.
Yeah. And
Emmett Johnson's been that one guy. And look, he's our first 1,000-yard rusher since 2018. Let him go. If I would honestly advocate for him going pro. So.
Then what, Greg? We need to get a running back out of the portal.
I'm not down on Isaiah Mosey or.
They're not big enough.
I mean, they're not big enough. Emmett Johnson's not huge.
No, he's not. But thankfully, he's gaining muscle it seems like every week. I don't know. I don't know. We need a bigger running back than what we have on the roster currently.
I think that
for the Big Ten.
I've liked what I have seen from those guys. They have good vision, good balance, good burst of speed. We just have to not overcomplicate things. Like more just running downhill. What? This
is funny to me. You guys realize that before the season, our most gigantic concern was running back, and now everyone's like, yeah, the backups are fine. Our running back 2, our running back 3, which we don't even know which order they're in, they're fine. How can you say that? How can you actually say that? You've seen their size. They're not anywhere near even the size of Emmett Johnson.
Because
they're not ready yet.
Line?
Huh?
Because we've seen the offensive line. And Husker Chuck disagrees. biggest concerns going into the season were in the trenches.
Yeah. Defensive line, absolutely. We thought they addressed the offensive line, and we thought we had plenty of guys. Even Haas, I will never forget Haas saying, "This is our best offensive line since 2006."
Sure. He said that.
But our defensive line, we were also concerned about, not as much, because we were able to get Dasan McAuliffe, the Jack from Oklahoma.
He'll be back this weekend.
Yeah, but I don't know if we need him as much. That's the problem. Looking at what Penn State does, it's not like they pass a whole lot. With their backup quarterback, again, they have a backup quarterback who's playing, and they don't have very good wide receivers.
Well, McCullough can be disruptive in a number of ways, right? So, I just think it's, he's a tremendous edge rusher, and he seems to always, I think if anything, I don't want to say pick a lane because that's not right, but I think he gets pushed out a little too far at times, but there have been times where he's been disruptive in the backfield and in the opponent's rushing game. So it's going to be good to have him back. I'm excited for what he does on Saturday night. It's a big event, big moment for him. So,
see, in those situations, I recall them bringing number 0. Who's he? Why can't I think of his name? Javin Wright.
Yeah, yep.
Up. Don't you? Seems like he gets into the box quicker.
I think he's leading Nebraska this season.
Huh?
I think he's leading Nebraska in tackles this season.
Yeah. And Deshaun Singleton as well. So I don't know. We'll see. But no, I would definitely say that running back was number 1 concern going into the season. That's why I'm shocked that now everyone's like, no, we're good on running backs.
Well, Melissa says, Minnie, if we can make an Emmett Johnson, why are you worried about the running back?
Yeah, because Emmett Johnson, I honestly believe he's a once-in-a-lifetime type player. He didn't play at all for 3 years he was here, not playing. And he knew he had gotten pretty good.
I don't think that's true.
So what year did we go to Ireland?
That was still Scott Frost.
I know.
I don't think he was on the team.
He was on the team.
Okay, I think he was a redshirted.
So what year was that?
22? Yeah, 2022.
Okay. So he was on the team then, 22, 23, 24. And that's 3 years that he didn't get to play.
What?
Right? Isn't my mouth right? 22.
If he redshirted in 22. He's listed as a. Hold on. You're driving me nuts now. He's a junior, so this is his 3rd year. So he was here for Matt Rule's first year. And as a freshman, he had 90 carries for 411 yards, 2 touchdowns. Last year, he had 117 carries for 593 yards and 98 yards, rather.
How many carries last year?
117.
117 total.
Total carries, not counting receptions out of the backfield where he had another 39. Okay. And this year he has 203 carries for 1,000.
Hold on. Before you go on to this year, because we all know the stats for this year. Last year, yes. Did those stats come once Dana Holgerson was on the staff?
It's just, I'm sure some of them did, but this just shows for the whole year. Like, it's not broken down. ESPN didn't break it down game by game.
They did.
Just shows for 2024.
did. I'm just saying they did.
Okay, but I'm not looking at that.
All I'm saying is he wasn't given an opportunity for the longest time. And then finally he was given an opportunity. It just, he is a once in a lifetime player. You don't get players like him that just stick around and stick around and stick around and keep at it. Yeah, and I don't know what the deal is with Vince Genatone.
As of the going to last year, he had 14 carries in the win against Rutgers, 10 carries in the loss to USC, 16 in the win against Wisconsin, 18 in the win against Iowa, 15 in the win against Boston College. So that Wisconsin was when Holgorsen took over, right? Or was it USC? It was USC.
Oh, no, it was Wisconsin.
Okay. So an uptick in opportunities, averaging 20 or more touches per game in that run. So underutilized by Marcus Satterfield, properly utilized, shall we say, by Dana Holgorsen.
Yes, sir.
All again courtesy of Gregel. If y'all don't like it.
Thank you. Thank you, Greg, for looking that up for us. I don't know what we would do if you didn't.
He had a season low 13 carries. Season low 13 carries against Houston Christian this year, but that's because they didn't come out and play starters didn't come out and play the second half. So,
yep.
Season high 29 carries against USC. He's had average 28 carries the last 3 games. That's not even counting receptions. So, and we saw a new element from him in the receiving game because he had 3 catches for 103 yards and 2 touchdowns against UCLA. So, he's multifaceted. I think he's earned the opportunity to show what he can do at the next level, and I'm excited for the guys behind him because there's a bit of a blueprint now for success.
Yeah. Wait 3 years and then play. We don't have any guys on our roster other than Vince Genatone, who's been around for 3 years. So I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer either. I'm just pointing out facts.
You're being very Debbie-ish right now.
I know. I feel like I am a little. But I'm just saying, like, that just what happened with Emmett doesn't happen. It's like we got lucky.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, more often than not, I would say a team has found their guy by the time he's a sophomore. Like I don't think a lot of schools wait and have their guy as a junior. I think there's a more noticeable divide between the number 1 and the number 2.
Yeah. Greg, here's what would have happened if Dana Holgorsen hadn't come along. We would be having Dante Dowdell as our running back.
He's not having a bad year this year.
Huh?
He's not having a bad year this year, or at least he wasn't at one point.
He's not having a good year. He's barely doing anything. All I'm saying is Emmett Johnson, we got lucky on because of Dana Holgorsen. That's the reality. And the fact that he put forth so much effort and was ready to move up. But again, it only happened because he was in the program working at it for so long.
Sure. I'll give you that. All right. There was another Emmett.
Uh-oh. What happened to Greg? He must have wiggled his USB. He wants to talk more about Emmett Johnson. Oh, okay, Greg's back.
I have no idea. I didn't leave the stream. I just got bumped out of the stream.
Oh, that's weird.
Very weird. I was gonna say there was another Emmett comment here. Oh, Melissa says that if Emmett Johnson has over 200 yards on Saturday, we win.
Yeah.
That's pretty
well.
fair bet.
I think it's going to be running back versus running back at Penn State. I really do. Because I think that, well, I know offensively, they're planning on they have 2 running backs that are really great, NFL quality running backs. And Terry Smith has said more than once this week, just this week, we plan on giving those guys 50 touches.
I know somebody had broken down the run pass breakdown for them against Michigan State, and it was like 50 runs to 13 passes or something like that. So
yeah,
that's, I mean, again, that's something you can do when you have more than one running back. I like the way Nebraska's handling the. Let's see what we have to do.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep, I think you're right, though. Whoever said that, if Emmett gets 200 yards, Melissa, you're 100% right. If he gets 200 yards on Saturday, I can't see us not winning the game. That's a good metric to go by. I am also really, really excited to see what TJ can do. It's his second game, and the great thing about TJ is there's not a whole lot of film on him. So yeah, they can go, Penn State can go and they can study as much film as they want. You look for tendencies, right? In any team, when you're studying your opponent, you look for what they are known to do. Well, it changes once the play caller changes and they are a different type of play caller, quarterback. Mm-hmm. And so with TJ, they don't have any real guide to go off of, not to mention UCLA being the type of team that they were, defensively, they don't have a whole lot to go on. So I'm excited to see what we can do at Penn State on Saturday night.
Yeah, that's the TJ Lateef dynamic, is that he's going to make Penn State play a little more honest defensively. I saw the Nebraska semi truck, the equipment truck roll in and said, got here, it's cold, and that yes, there is snow on the ground. That could be a bit of a shock for TJ. I think it probably might be the first time that he's played in snow, if that holds up, if it doesn't melt or whatever, melt or whatever, but if it doesn't go away in the next just shy of 48 hours. But TJ's got some arm strength. He's not unlike Dylan in that regard. He can zip it downfield, but he will extend some plays and extend some opportunities because he's a true dual threat quarterback, and he will make
what you said just got me so excited, Greg. Sometimes you talk like a coach. You know that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we can't say anything like that about Dylan, though.
Don't be like that. We flushed that. We are not talking about that anymore.
Did you say we flushed that?
We called truce.
Did you say we flushed that?
Yeah, we're not talking about that anymore.
Did we flush that turd? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Quit talking about it. But here's what I will say.
Called him a turd.
Sorry. I'm calling you a turd, actually. Oh. And Doreen is in the chat. So everybody straighten up. Be nice.
We can be nice. We don't have to straighten up.
Yes. Straighten up.
TSD says
the reason why I was excited about what you just said is because TJ went to Holgorsen. You would know this if you listened to press conferences. He went to Holgorsen right before the UCLA game, and he said, call it like you normally would. I got this. I got this.
Well, yeah, and the other thing he's going to do is get the ball out of his hands quicker.
Okay. Quicker than, don't say it. We call it truce. You can't do it. You can't do it.
Yes.
And
Hello,
this is for
Doreen.
Doreen. This is for
Fred says, "Hey,
Doreen.
Doreen, keep Minnie in line. She's a mess." Roger says, "Doreen has joined. It's a show now." The
Yes.
heck you mean, Roger? It's been a show for the last hour. Where have you been, buddy?
Oh, Doreen's here. Now it's a show.
We got straighten up and fly right. Easy does it, Husker Power. Damn. I'm not gonna dignify that comment by posting it. How dare you?
Poor Greg.
Yeah, Fred says, call it like you normally would, but throw in plays that work with the mobile quarterback. And I'll say that was one of the bigger downfalls of some of the play selection when Dylan was healthy, I guess.
Time out. We're not going backwards. We've already talked about this.
I'm not roasting Dylan.
We're not looking backwards. We're not looking in the rearview mirror. Right now, we're looking ahead. Yeah.
Sorry for all of you wearing 3D glasses. That was probably a shock. So, okay. Well, it's Nebraska and it's Penn State this weekend. Happy Valley. Dana Holgerson is Tiger Shark Diver's spirit animal. I would have thought, based on the name and based on the image, that tiger sharks would have been TSD's spirit animal.
Dana Holgerson is a tiger shark.
Okay. So, 6 o'clock kickoff in the Central Time Zone, God's favorite time zone, under the lights in the cold of Happy Valley. And I don't know, like, I'm just exceptionally optimistic about how this game's going to go. Like, I'm excited to sit down and watch it Saturday night. I mean, I'd be excited anyway, but sometimes you go into a game, even me, who never not picks Nebraska, I'm like, I don't know. But I am excited about what TJ Lateef can do. I'm excited about what Emmett Johnson, of course. I'm excited about what the defense can do. Obviously, Penn State has showed their hand. They're going to be fairly one-dimensional. Can we man up with this extra week of preparation? Can we figure out how to stop the run? If we can't figure out how to stop the run, it's going to be a long night at Beaver Stadium. But if we can figure out how to stop the run, again, I go back to liking my chances. So,
I think we can figure that out. I think that's all. That one thing I love about John Butler, our defensive coordinator, is boy, can that guy focus.
Boy, can that guy focus.
He takes on a task, and that's all he thinks about. So I love that about him. I'm quite sure that's all he's been considering all week. In fact, I think that's what he said in his press conference. But he's the one that doesn't say much.
Yeah. Hopefully, we say it all on the field, right?
Yeah. I like that. Go ahead.
I hadn't heard this. Can we confirm, Minnie? Do you know Husker Chuck says Penn State made this weekend a whiteout?
No. I've heard a lot of
they need this win to remain bowl eligible, correct?
They do. After this week, let's see. Ohio State. I think Ohio State plays Rutgers this week. And then Penn State goes to Rutgers and plays them.
Right.
This will be, this is a key win for them. It's their senior game where they have 30 seniors on their team. Like I said on Monday, and I'm not here to bring anyone down, but that Terry Smith interim head coach, You just look at them and you're like, what can I do to make you feel better? That's how I feel. Is there something I can do to help? But seriously, he has
No,
poured his heart out
not. That
into
seems
what? What?
who? I'm listening.
What did you? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were saying something because you're like kind of slow.
No.
I think your internet was like
Thank you.
hiccuping. Is this just me? Is his internet hiccuping?
I don't know if internets can hiccup.
It's doing something. But it was like, yeah, I don't know. Okay. Anyways, Terry Smith. Go ahead, Greg.
That one was I found an article from Onward State that is calling for a whiteout. It says, show them who we are, wear white against Nebraska, but I don't know if it's official.
Okay. It is not official. There is a slight delay on Greg. I knew it. You are delayed, Greg.
You're a slight delay.
So are you.
Not you, the individual who made that comment.
That was
I
Husker
would never
Chuck.
say something.
Okay. It is not a whiteout, you guys. Can we just drop
Google
it?
said so.
But did Greggle?
I don't know what she's doing. That's weird.
What are you doing over there?
I wouldn't do anything. I was researching.
Like that music. That music is so fun.
It's totally fun. Thank you, Husker Chuck. You can blame my parents. I think my mom took Tylenol when I was. Never mind. All right. So, bow out of that. We have Nebraska and we have Penn State Saturday night.
Yes, we do.
Wow. Damn. Living in Omaha, David Manny, the official realtor of the 5 Heart Podcast, says the Greg's internet is like our offensive line and needs another year of development. Oh, hell.
Well, it's like this, okay? Husker Chuck said, some YouTube show he was watching confirmed that it was a whiteout. Well, they're calling for a whiteout. Fans want a whiteout because I honestly think fans feel cheated, okay? They got all geared up for Penn State to be good. I mean, how would you feel? And this is their last, like I said, their tiny little last thread of hope.
How would I feel if what?
If you were a Penn State fan.
I don't
If
care
you
about
were
Penn State.
a Nittany Lion.
I thought you were going to ask how would I feel if we had like a special color designated game and then we laid an egg like we did against USC.
Oh.
That was frustrating.
Well, now you're going back to that. Okay. So they have whiteouts at Penn State. We now have blackouts. Did you know that?
It's true.
We're going to have a blackout now every year.
As
every season. I think
it worked out really well.
It's not about the loss, Greg. It's about fans getting behind it. And
I meant that sincerely. I think it looked amazing. And I saw that Troy Dannen says that they may be doing even more things to the field next year.
Wouldn't that be something if they took your idea?
I was just about to share that idea.
He also said he wants the skull and crossbones incorporated more.
Hey, I know a guy who did a rendition of that.
Yes. Who?
This guy.
That is beautiful, Greg.
Isn't that
To this
beautiful?
day, I'm really amazed that you came up with that.
Thank you. I feel honored that the simplest creative is something that is so shocking and amazing that I'm
The only problem is where does it say Huskers?
doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Why?
it kind of does.
I mean, they could take the end zones and change them to Nebraska Huskers.
Okay. Yeah. No, I like it.
I'm glad
Good
you
one.
do.
Yes,
ESD
let's
says
submit
every
that to the right people, shall we?
Every time we wear special jerseys, we lose. I still contend. I gotta throw this back up here again because I can do that. I want this as a welcome mat to my house.
That would be a nice welcome mat.
People
To any
would be very
house.
confused. Beetle B hates anything other than the normal.
Really?
Beetle
I mean,
B.
that's normally how Greg is too.
It's
Tell
true.
him your favorite kind of ice cream, Greg.
Chocolate chip cookie dough.
That's not what you told me. You said all you ever get is vanilla.
Well, I get vanilla, but then I like put stuff in it, like chocolate syrup or M&Ms or Reese's Pieces or fruit. Like sometimes I'll put fruit in my vanilla ice cream. I don't care.
What? Who puts fruit in ice cream?
People who want healthy ice cream.
that is the most bizarre thing I've ever heard. But okay.
All right. Should we move on?
Yes. Yeah, let's.
Tony wants to know, Minnie, if Nebraska has a bad couple of weeks, they could be playing in a bowl in Arizona. Just saying.
Yes, and then I'm going to have a party at my house.
Oh,
Really,
she's
I
not
will.
going to go to the game. She's just going to have a big watch party.
No, I will. I could have both.
Wouldn't that be great? You have a party at your house, but you're at the game.
I could do both.
We got a reminder from Melissa that earlier tonight, Nebraska volleyball defeated Iowa, claiming at least a share of the Big Ten regular season title.
Nice.
More importantly than that, I would say Nebraska is 41-0 against Iowa in volleyball.
That is way more important.
I think so.
Poor Ken is on a diet.
On a 1,200 calories, 6'4" north of 270. Trying to get lean and fat. Don't talk about it. Oh. Hey man, at least it's 6'4" and not 6'7". I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. I apologize to everybody.
I can't believe you just did that.
I feel horrible.
You should have another beer for that.
I haven't finished the one beer that I've had. So. Well, Minnie, what do you think?
Okay.
Should we about that time?
Yes.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Are we going to do housekeeping first?
Okay, sure. Let's do housekeeping. Oh, this is so you can go off camera and get ready? Okay. All right. Housekeeping. By the way, if there's anybody in the chat who is supposed to be in our 5-Heart Theater shenanigans, now would be a great time to click the link and join in the studio. All right. This is my pleasure and privilege to remind you that if you haven't already, you're on the Coronation YouTube, make sure that you, like this video. Some people say hit the like button on your way out, smash the like button, whatever you got to do. Subscribe to the Coronation YouTube channel if you haven't already, and please make sure that you ring the bell for notifications so you never miss a new episode. Also, John Johnston, our founder, our fearless leader, he's written some books. One of them has Been Dead, Never Been to Europe, and you can get that and his other book offerings on Amazon. And yeah, that is it. We don't have a store to plug anymore, so that's it, I suppose. With all of that being said, it is time. Oh, it's time for many viewers' favorite segments. It's time for 5 Heart Theater.
Hey, James. Heard you landed on your feet with that job at Virginia Tech.
There we go. That's better. Yeah, who would have thought that I'd be fired earlier in the season and hired again before Thanksgiving? The Franklin family has much to be grateful for this year.
So tell me about coaching in Happy Valley.
I imagine it's a lot like coaching in Lincoln. A lot of tradition, legendary coach, fan base with unrealistic expectations.
Oh, yeah? But we didn't have to put our statue of our legendary coach in storage. I'm just sitting here wondering if the juice is worth the squeeze. If my alma mater and my good buddy would call my phone.
There are worse places to coach, but you'll never find a dirtier shower than those in Beaver Stadium.
What is that word?
Just start with the word I.
Sorry. Okay. I do like the in-season coaching carousel. It means a pay raise. It's a little regrettable than it is the cost of your job.
I'm just looking forward to getting to the ACC and having an easier road to the college football playoffs. Florida State's in shambles. Dabo's interviewing in Arkansas. Who does that leave? Miami?
The football world was rocked when you got fired. So what if you couldn't win the big one? What if? Who fires a coach who regularly wins 9 or 10 games every season?
What? You guys talking about me?
Welcome back.
I think I'm going to do it the rest of the show and just get up.
I'm not putting my hoodie back on. It's too much work. I'm too lazy for that crap. Well, everybody, let me just say that if you liked that episode of the 5 Heart Theater, that was all me. I wrote that thing.
It was.
First word to last. And if you hated it, I'm also to blame. So I kind of hope that you hated it.
I think you did great. It was your very first shot. I mean, not all of us can be writers our first time.
Yeah, I know.
You did good. You really did.
Oh, thanks.
I have beard hair on my lips now.
That is okay. Let's see. Housekeeping. Roger Moore says, "Here we go." WTH. Oh, they're talking. Is that Abraham Lincoln? Not quite. And Minnie looks like Abraham Lincoln.
I was Matt Rule. I thought that was pretty obvious.
I thought it was obvious. David Matney's laughing. Fred says, "Line." Matney also says 4 score and 7 sacks ago. That's hurtful. Is Minnie selling duck calls from the Duck Dynasty folk? The show must go on. The dirty shower really threw her. Sorry about
The
that.
dirty shower? What's that? Oh, never mind.
Well, that's where all the allegations happened.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Let's see. Nice cameo, Fred. And Husker Chuck was not expecting Bo. Another classic.
That was actually really good. How you tied it all together with who fires a coach like that?
You know what? I don't want to say it's a gift. It's more like a curse.
Yeah.
Bo was the best, Vince. I don't know if you're talking about in real life or in the episode. Let's see. 4 scoring and 2 TJs ago. Well, that was fun, everybody.
That was a lot of fun. We did good.
You
did good.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm nothing without the people around me. So thank you, Minnie. Thank you, Fred.
No, you're not getting any awards for this one.
Oh,
okay. Okay, Greg, is it time to give our score predictions?
I think. Oh, yes, but Ken wants to know if you know who Faux Pelini is.
I do.
Okay.
Faux Pelini. You mean Bo Pelini, right?
Faux Pelini.
No.
Faux Pelini was a parody Twitter account. Faux Pelini is who's partially responsible for the $5 Bits of Broken Chair trophy. So,
okay.
Now you know Faux Pelini. And I think Faux Pelini may still be out there. Not sure. Just not as fun without. All right. So, yes, now would be a great time, ladies and gentlemen, to get your score predictions in for this Saturday's contest, Nebraska and Penn State. And while you are doing that, while Minnie is preparing that, I will not tell you my picks, but I will remind you if you head over to the Pick'em for the Coordination Pick'em. I'll tell you what the matchups are this week. It's number 20 Louisville at SMU. It's Missouri State versus Kennesaw State. It is USC and Oregon in that classic Big Ten matchup. Jacksonville State versus Florida International. East Carolina and UTSA, or University of Texas San Antonio Roadrunners. Then you have Southern Miss versus South Alabama. TCU and Houston. Pitt versus Georgia Tech. Tennessee versus Florida. And I think the only matchup in the SEC that's actually SEC opponents. And BYU versus Cincinnati. So.
Okie dokie. And the reason that we have to actually go over these score predictions on air is because I will forget.
What happened, Minnie?
Yes. I mean, I don't always have a pad of paper handy. And even though I had every intention of writing down the scores, the last time I didn't. So.
Yep, and she was so confident. She said, let's just go. Let's just go. I'll watch them later, and I'll get the scores.
Okay. All right, let's do this.
So much confidence.
Go for it. I don't see very many scores, so this will go quick.
Okay. Let's see. Well, of course, we had the other Dave who said 1917 Nebraska.
And I got Melissa's.
All right, sorry. Ken says 7-3, but not much more.
Okay, that's weird.
I'm going to say 7-3 Nebraska, right? So, Tony says 6-3 Nebraska gets the win.
What's wrong with these people? Okay.
They're all cuckoo for Cocoa Pops. You say you got Melissa. Melissa says 28-21 Huskers.
Yes.
And Kenny changed it, says 42-21 Huskers. That's a big difference.
Okay, got it.
Living in Omaha, David Matney, the official realtor of the 5 Heart Podcast, says 27-17 Huskers.
Okay.
TSD says Nebraska will win this game 28-17. Okay. Husker Chuck says 24-24 at the end of regulation. It's a total coin flip. Nebraska 30, Penn State 27.
Wait, what? Oh, wow. Dang. Okay.
Dangerous predictions. Fred says, first time I've worn a ball cap since 7th grade. You're welcome. You looked good in a ball cap.
I didn't see it.
Me either. I was too busy reading the script. Husker Power says Huskers 31, Penn State 23.
There's some people who have a good head for a ball cap, and there's some people who don't. I don't. I wish I did. I wish I looked cute in hats. Greg, you have a big head, so it looks good on you.
Thank you. Steven says 21-17 Nebraska.
21-17. Got it?
Christopher Schantz says 23-17 Huskers.
Wait, no, don't. Okay, 23-17. Got it. Okay.
Viking says 2017 Nebraska.
Oh, this is my buddy, Troy, the one that I sat next to at UCLA. Hi. I like him. He is so nice. Guys, this is the guy that I told you about that travels all the way from Alaska to go to games. And he bikes a lot. Okay, sorry.
Frederick says Nebraska 24, Penn State 20. I'm not going to read the rest of that because it's not positive enough, Frederick.
Okay, got it.
Nebraska T-Bones says Big Red squeezes by Penn State 20-18.
Okay.
Husker Chuck want to know what Doreen's score prediction was, but I guess she's taken off.
Yeah, she doesn't. She just does a little. I'm here, everybody.
21-17 is what Roger Moore says.
Gosh, you guys are thinking it's going to be close. Okay.
24-17 for Never Mind Me.
Hi, never mind me. I mean Matthew Pike.
I don't know if we're supposed to use their government names.
Okay.
Knights Templar says, not so fast, my friends. Penn State in a whiteout, 26, Nebraska 17.
Okay.
Just kidding. Make sure. Wade Farr says Nebraska 30, Penn State 21. Good seeing you, Wade. From last week, or I guess week and a half ago now, on Overreaction, the guys kept their scores the same. Haas has Nebraska winning 23-14.
Okay.
And Jake has Nebraska winning 20-10. No changes.
Wow. Really?
It's
Okay.
true.
Go, Greg.
I don't know if anybody made this prediction. I'm going to say Nebraska 27-20. I think somebody made that prediction.
No?
Oh, good.
Okay.
By the way, I just want now, much time has passed, but at the outset of the season, Minnie, you actually picked Penn State to win this game.
Yeah. As of Monday, I would have picked them to win the game also. But I have different intel now.
What's your intel?
Well, I'm going to tell you. What I can share is that Nebraska wins 28-10.
What do you mean what you can share?
That's what I can share.
No, I'm confused.
Honestly,
I don't get confused very often, so I need to.
Okay.
I need more context.
So I told you about the consistency that they've had for the last two games.
You said 28-10, right, Minnie?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
And them implementing the Prowler package, which is blitzing 5. Well, that's not necessarily going to work for us. we plan on having a run-heavy game, right? So I think that we are actually going to fare pretty well in retrospect. So
Do you think it's what Fred says that your intel is that we have a mobile quarterback who can run our offense effectively?
yeah, that too. But what I really want to say is I apologize for anybody that I might have worried on Monday night. I was freaked out and I was overreacting.
I have so many questions. Not about what you said.
Okay.
I'm glad to see that you've seen the light. What in the hell does mobbed up mean?
I don't know.
Does that mean you have connections?
Ooh. Maybe.
Mobbed up is an adjective meaning involved with a mafia or organized crime. Interesting. I had no idea.
I don't know.
You can tell I'm not mobbed up.
Mobbed up.
So. And then Husker Power says, sounds like Minnie's the kingpin for the gambling scandal. Uh-oh.
I don't know. Oh, no. I don't even know what a shocker is, you guys. Thanks so much for introducing that to me, Pitt and Fred. Yep.
I don't know where that came from. I apologize. So,
Okay.
All right. Anything else, Minnie?
That's it.
Well, this has been a lot of fun tonight. Thank each and every one of you for spending your Thursday evening with us. This beer's not even gone yet. I just can't talk all of a sudden. I was going to say thanks for spending your hard-earned money with us, but thank you for spending a hard-earned time. You can make more money, but you can't make more time. So we really appreciate the fact that you spend your time with us each and every Thursday night, 9 o'clock Central, here on Core Nation's YouTube, Facebook, and X platforms for the 5 Heart Podcast. For my great friend and wonderful host, there's not co-host. I just got to say co-host. It makes the most sense. For Minnie Hunt, the one and only, I'm Greg Bahachko, the one and only now. And this is the 5 Heart Podcast. We remind you each and every week that 5 Heart is all the heart you need. Minnie?
Mm-hmm. Let's beat the Nittany Lions on Saturday. Beat those little kitty cats down. And go Big Red.
There we go.